Welcome to Neville Manifestation, a space where you don't just learn about manifestation, you become it. If you're ready to step into your true power and transform your inner world, consider joining our membership and becoming part of a community that is committed to growth, abundance, and real change. What if I told you the life you've been chasing is already yours right now? Not in some distant future, not after years of struggle, but in this very moment, within your own mind. The version of you who has everything you desire already exists, waiting for you to step into it. The only question is, are you ready to stop wishing and start becoming? Take a moment and really consider this idea, not just casually but deeply. What if everything you've ever wanted, every dream you've held on to, every version of yourself you've imagined becoming is already yours? Not in the future, not someday when things finally align, but right now, already done. This is the truth most people overlook, yet it is the very law that shapes both the visible and invisible world. You don't become wealthy by endlessly chasing money, exhausting yourself, or trying to force life to reward you. That path only keeps you in the state of chasing. Instead, you become that version of yourself the moment you accept that you already are. You begin from the end, from the fulfilled state, and you live from there. The outer world doesn't lead your life, it follows. It reflects what is happening within you. If you continue to see yourself as lacking, struggling, or waiting for something to happen, life will mirror that back to you without fail. But the moment you truly feel, not just think but feel, that you already are who you desire to be, your reality has no choice but to rearrange itself to match that inner conviction. This is not imagination in the sense of fantasy. This is a principle. You might wonder how you can live as the person you want to be when everything around you says otherwise. The answer is simple, but it requires discipline. You stop giving power to what your senses show you, and you start trusting what you choose to feel within. You step into the feeling of your wish already fulfilled. That is the key. The moment you accept yourself as already abundant, even if nothing outside has changed yet, you begin shifting reality at its core. Because it is imagination that creates reality, not effort alone, not thinking alone, not action alone. Imagination combined with feeling is what shapes your world. You have to change how you see yourself. You cannot bring a new life into existence while holding on to the old identity. The version of you that only sees limitation cannot experience abundance. That identity must be let go completely. It must be left behind without hesitation. And from that, a new self emerges. One who already feels secure, fulfilled, and complete. This version of you doesn't chase or panic. He doesn't try to prove anything. He simply knows. When you walk into a room, how do you carry yourself? When you look at yourself, who do you see? The version of you who already has everything moves differently, speaks differently, thinks differently. There is a calm confidence that cannot be forced because it comes from within. So instead of asking what you need to do, start asking what you need to assume. If you were already living the life you desire, would you feel anxious? Would you constantly look for proof? No. You would feel settled. You would move through your day with quiet certainty, knowing everything is already working in your favor. That inner calm begins to shape your external reality. Your inner state determines your outer experience. If you continue to feel wealthy, even when circumstances don't reflect it yet, those circumstances must eventually change. This is not blind optimism. This is how the law works. You must remain in that state consistently. Not occasionally, not only when it feels easy. Every day, especially before sleep, step into that version of yourself. Let that feeling fill you completely. Let it become more real than what your eyes are showing you. Because what you see is only a reflection. The source is within you. Don't worry about how things will happen. The moment you start questioning the how, you step back into doubt. Your only responsibility is to accept that it is already done. From there, life will unfold naturally. Opportunities will appear, ideas will come, people will enter your life, and everything will align without force. You simply remain loyal to your inner state. There is already a version of you living in ease, abundance, and peace. That version is not separate from you. It is simply a different state of consciousness, and you can step into it right now by accepting it as real. You must also guard your mind. When doubt appears, you replace it with certainty. When fear speaks, you answer with conviction. This is the discipline of faith. You are not trying to get something. You are becoming someone, and everything else flows from that. Begin to speak as this version of yourself. Speak with confidence, with gratitude, with certainty. Not in arrogance, but in knowing. Your words carry power because they reflect your inner state. When you speak from fulfillment, life reflects fulfillment back to you. Even in stillness, close your eyes and experience the life you desire. See it clearly, feel it fully, let it become alive within you. When that inner experience feels real, it will eventually take form in your outer world. If things seem delayed, don't lose faith. Delay is not denial. Often it means things are taking shape beneath the surface. Stay consistent. Keep your assumptions strong. The results will come. The world around you is flexible. It reshapes itself based on the image you hold within. So ask yourself, what image are you holding of yourself? If it's not the one you desire, change it now. You are not defined by your past or your current situation. You are defined by what you choose to believe about yourself. You cannot live in two states at once. You must choose. Will you trust your senses or will you trust your imagination? When you choose imagination, you step into your true power. Think of money not just as something physical, but as a reflection of your inner state. The more free and abundant you feel within, the more it flows into your life. Everything begins inside you. So begin now. Relax, breathe. Feel what it's like to already be the person you want to be. Not by forcing it, but by allowing it. The version of you who already has everything is calm, steady, and certain. He doesn't chase, he attracts. He doesn't doubt, he trusts. He doesn't react, he creates. If tomorrow you woke up with everything you ever wanted, how would you live? How would you think? How would you carry yourself? Bring that version of you into this moment. Let that be who you are right now. That is how you collapse time. That is how you move from desire to reality. You don't move toward the end, you live from it. When you accept the end, everything else falls into place. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to struggle. You simply need to believe and embody the state of already having it. This is not pretending, this is becoming. And once you become it in your consciousness, it must appear in your world. Once something is fixed within you, your outer world has no choice but to follow. What you consistently identify as true about yourself today will show up as your experience tomorrow. So don't wait to become the person you want to be. Decide that you already are. Sit with that identity until it feels natural, until it becomes part of you. Let it shape the way you speak, the way you think, even the way you breathe. Let others doubt if they want to. Let them question. You stay steady. Your life is not controlled by circumstances, statistics, or limitations. It is shaped by what you choose to assume about yourself. That is your real power. When this truly clicks, you stop asking life for permission. You realize that you are the one giving life its direction. You are not something being shaped by the world. You are the one shaping it. Through your imagination, you give form to everything. Through your state of being, you direct how reality unfolds. And in that understanding, you relax into the certainty that it is already done. The world is simply waiting for you to show up as who you really are. Not the version of you built from fear or lack, but the version that knows its own power. The one who believes fully that anything is possible. The one who understands that imagination is not just a thought, but the most real force there is. So take this seriously. Step into the feeling of your desire already fulfilled. Live from that place. Rest in the knowing that you already are the version of yourself you've been trying to become. Let the world catch up to that. Walk into every situation like your presence itself is the answer. Not from ego, but from awareness. The awareness that you already hold everything within you. That nothing is missing, nothing is broken, nothing is being held back from you. And when you carry that kind of certainty, people feel it. Situations respond to it. Life adjusts itself around it. The version of you who is already successful doesn't make excuses. He doesn't look for approval. He doesn't perform for validation. He simply lives from a place of fullness. He doesn't ask, can I afford this? He asks, does this match who I am becoming? He doesn't make decisions from fear. He moves from clarity. He doesn't check his reality first. He checks his state first. Because he knows his state is what creates everything else. That inner feeling of calm, power, confidence and certainty becomes his true currency. And from that state, everything else flows. Wealth is not just money. It is the state that produces money. It is a frequency. And once you align with it, money becomes a natural result of who you are being. You are not manifesting once and stopping. You are constantly creating because you are living in a state that allows nothing else. From that place, ideas come easily. Opportunities show up at the right time. Connections form naturally. What seems like luck to others becomes normal to you. And that is exactly how it should be. You must get used to this new way of living. Let abundance feel normal. Let generosity feel natural. Let peace replace pressure. And the only way to do that is to feel it now, before anything changes on the outside. Take time to sit quietly and feel what it would be like to see abundance in your life. Feel what it would be like to give freely, to support others, to invest with confidence. Don't wait for it. Experience it internally now. That inner experience is more powerful than any plan or strategy. Because the mindset that attracts wealth must exist before the wealth itself appears. You are not creating something new. You are reconnecting with who you already are. Abundance is your natural state. Lack is something you learned. Scarcity is something you picked up along the way. But your true nature is expansion, freedom, and overflow. The more you let go of fear, guilt, and doubt, the clearer that truth becomes. You were not meant to struggle your entire life. You were meant to grow, to express, to thrive. So stop feeling guilty for wanting more. Stop holding yourself back from imagining a better life. Those desires are not random. They are guiding you toward who you already are at a deeper level. Follow them, trust them. They are pointing you toward a version of yourself that is ready to emerge. And when you allow that version to come forward, life begins to respond in ways that feel almost unbelievable. Opportunities appear, things fall into place, and everything starts aligning. But it all begins with one decision. The decision to assume that you already are that person before any physical proof shows up. This is where most people hesitate. They want to see results first before they believe. But it works the other way around. You believe first and then the results appear. That is why assumption is so powerful. It shifts the responsibility from the outside world to your inner world. And your imagination is always ready to respond. You don't need permission. You don't need better timing. You don't need perfect conditions. You only need a new way of seeing yourself. A self-concept that says, I already am. That is the doorway. The moment you accept it, you step into a completely different experience of life. Not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. Nothing outside of you is holding you back. The only limits are the ones you accept as true. Your assumptions are the gatekeepers. Your inner state is the key, and that key is already in your hands. So use it. Step into the version of yourself who already has everything you desire. Become the person who no longer questions if it will happen, but knows that it already has. And very soon, what felt like later begins to feel like now. Stop trying to control everything around you. Change what is happening within you, and everything else will follow. It always does. Don't waste energy fighting what you see. Go inward. Be still. Feel your desire as already fulfilled and move forward from that place. Train your mind as well. Don't replay old failures. Don't focus on lack. Don't have conversations with yourself that go against what you want. Speak from the end. Feel from the end. Live from the end. This is not something you visit once in a while. This becomes your new normal. You don't step into the state and then step out. You stay there. Fill your mind with images of freedom, joy, and abundance. Move through your inner world as someone who belongs there. Rest in that state. Wake up in that state. Let it become familiar. And from that consistency, your outer world will begin to reflect it. Not because you are pretending, but because you are accepting the truth ahead of time. Your reality is not defined by what you currently see. It is defined by what you consistently accept as real within yourself. And whatever you hold on to most strongly inside will always find its way into your life outside. So choose with intention. Decide what you will assume about yourself and stay loyal to it. Let go of the belief that success must come through struggle alone. The real effort happens within you. It is the work of belief, the discipline of holding a new identity, the commitment to a new awareness. When you invest your energy there, everything else begins to follow naturally. You will start to notice a shift. Money doesn't come from pressure or force anymore. It comes from alignment. The right opportunities show up at the right time. Ideas appear when you least expect them. Conversations, books, even quiet moments seem to bring exactly what you need. Life starts to feel guided, almost perfectly arranged. And the truth is, it always was. You've simply tuned yourself to a different level of awareness. You are no longer focused on lack. You are centered in abundance. You are not asking for wealth anymore. You are expressing it. And everything around you begins to respond as if it recognizes you. As if it's saying, This is the one we've been waiting for. You find yourself smiling for no reason, not because something just happened, but because you understand now. You are the source. You are the origin of it all. You are the one who called it into being. And in that understanding, fear fades away. Doubt loses its grip. The true version of you, the powerful version, the wealthy version, takes its place fully. From that place, you don't just create for yourself. You begin to impact others. You give, you inspire, you uplift. Because real wealth is not just about what you have, it's about who you become. And who you become naturally blesses everyone around you. You become living proof that this works, that imagination has power, that what you consistently feel inside becomes what you experience outside. You don't need to convince anyone. Your life speaks for itself. Your presence carries the message. People will notice something different about you. They'll sense your calm, your certainty, your ease, and you will understand why. Not because you learned something new, but because you remembered something true. Because you chose a new identity and stayed with it. From here, it only deepens. Abundance becomes normal to you. Anything less starts to feel unfamiliar. Struggle no longer feels like your reality. You move with life instead of against it. And because you are no longer chasing, things begin to come to you. You become magnetic, not through effort, but through who you are being. The version of you you've been imagining was never far away. It was always here, waiting for your decision, waiting for you to stop doubting and simply step into it. And now that you have, everything begins to shift. Things align, doors open, paths become clear. Stay consistent. Keep returning to that state. Don't look outside for proof. Feel it within. As you continue to think from that place, speak from it, and live from it, the world will respond. It has no choice. That is how it works. You may begin to notice small signs at first. A message from someone unexpected. An opportunity that appears at just the right moment. Something that seems like luck. But it's not luck. It's a response to your inner change. Your inner conversations have rewritten your external reality. You've stepped into a new role, and life is responding accordingly. But this state must be nurtured daily. Like something growing, it needs your attention. Stay aware of your thoughts. Stay committed to the feeling you've chosen. And if you ever slip back into old patterns, gently return to your new state. Go back to the version of yourself who already has everything. Feel it again. Live it again. Let it fill you until it feels natural. Always remember, imagination is not something unreal. It is the most real part of you. What you see outside is only a reflection of what you have accepted within. When you align your inner world with the version of yourself you want to be, the outer world follows that pattern. This is what it means to assume the wish fulfilled. You don't wait for change, you embody it first. And this requires focus. It requires consistency. You must guide your thoughts and feelings intentionally, just like someone creating something meaningful. The version of you who has everything you want is not scattered or unsure. He is steady, certain, clear. Take time to close your eyes and step into that life. See your environment, feel your surroundings, hear the conversations, experience the emotions that come with it. Gratitude, peace, joy. Let it become real to you internally before it appears externally. The more real it feels inside, the more your world will reflect it. Don't make the mistake of waiting for your reality to change before you change your identity. It never works that way. Your identity shifts first. Everything else follows. That version of you already exists, independent of your current situation. The wealth, the opportunities, the success, they are all consequences of that inner state. As you continue on this, even your words will change. You will no longer speak in hope or doubt. You will speak with certainty. You will say, I am, I have, I experience. And those words will carry power because they come from belief. You can surround yourself with reminders if it helps. But never forget, the real power is not in external things. It is in the feeling you hold within. The version of you who is abundant respects money, appreciates it, and allows it to flow. He doesn't hold on out of fear. He gives freely and receives openly. And because of that flow, wealth continues to grow. In your daily life, begin to act from confidence. Make decisions with clarity. Take action when it feels right. Not forced, not pressured, but natural. Those actions will feel easy because they come from alignment. Avoid comparing your current situation to where you think you should be. That only creates resistance. Accept where you are, but stay committed to who you are becoming. Your inner transformation happens instantly. The outer may take time, but it will follow. You are the creator of your life. Your imagination is your tool. Your feelings bring it to life. Your assumptions give it form. So create boldly. Don't hesitate. Don't wait for approval. Step into it now, because everything you want is already available to you. The moment you decide to become the person who has it. The life you want is not somewhere far away. It already exists within your awareness, quietly waiting for you to step into it. When you begin to live from that inner certainty, you'll start noticing subtle shifts. Doors will open without force. The right opportunities will show up. People and circumstances will begin aligning with the vision you hold inside. Even financial growth can arrive in ways you never expected. All of this is simply a reflection of what's happening within you. Stay patient and keep going. Doubts may come, but don't give them attention. Instead, gently bring yourself back to the feeling that your desire is already fulfilled. That is your true work. That is where your power lies. Over time, your outer reality will mirror the confidence you maintain within. The version of you who is already successful and wealthy is not a fantasy. It's a deeper truth waiting for your recognition. Step into that identity without hesitation. Start living as that person now. Let your thoughts, words, and emotions match that reality. Life responds to what you consistently assume to be true. When you expect your desires to already be fulfilled, you remove the sense of delay. In your inner world, everything exists now. Time and space adjust themselves to match belief. The moment you fully accept this version of yourself, your external world has no choice but to reorganize and reflect it. This is the principle Neville Goddard taught so clearly. The outer world is only a mirror. Change your inner state and your reality will follow. When you embody the version of yourself who already has everything you desire, your life becomes proof of that truth. Keep your focus steady. Keep your heart open. Let your feelings stay aligned with what you want to experience. Remind yourself often, you are abundance. You are wealth. You already are the person you've been imagining. Feel that truth deeply. Let it fill your thoughts, your breath, and your daily life. When you wake up in the morning, recognize yourself as that version of you. Before the world pulls your attention outward, take a few quiet moments to sit in that feeling of already having arrived. Picture your life unfolding exactly as you want it. Notice how your body feels, lighter, calmer, more open, more joyful. These sensations are signs that you are aligned with your new identity. Carry that energy into everything you do. Let your words reflect certainty. Let your posture show confidence. Let your thoughts come from a place of power instead of limitation. As you practice this daily, it creates a powerful cycle. The more real it feels inside, the more it shows up outside. You'll begin to see shifts in your relationships too. You'll attract people who match your new reality. Mentors, partners, and supporters who naturally align with your path. Things that once seemed out of reach will start to feel normal. Opportunities will appear more easily. This is not coincidence. It's the natural result of your inner state shaping your experience. At the same time, don't get caught up in how or when things happen. The version of you who already has what you want trusts the timing of life completely. Even when things don't make logical sense, there's a deeper order at work. Your role is not to control every detail, it's to stay aligned with the feeling of already having it. Let go of the need to figure everything out. Instead, strengthen your belief that what you've imagined is already real. This belief grows stronger each time you return to that feeling. Every moment you choose faith over doubt, you replace old patterns with new ones. When doubt shows up, don't fight it, just notice it. Then gently shift your focus back to your chosen reality. Struggling only gives doubt more energy. Instead, relax your attention and return to your inner vision. The version of you who is already successful is calm, steady, and consistent, not rushed or desperate. As your inner world becomes richer, your outer life will begin to reflect that in surprising ways. Money may start flowing more easily. Ideas will come effortlessly. Inspiration will feel constant. You'll naturally move toward what aligns with you and step away from what doesn't. Your confidence will become magnetic, drawing success towards you. Living as this version of yourself isn't something you try once, it's a way of being. It's a daily commitment to trust your imagination more than your current circumstances. That commitment is where your freedom lies. That's where your success begins. Each day is a new chance to deepen that belief, expand your vision, and live more fully as the person you already are at your core. As you continue, the line between imagination and reality will start to fade. You'll realize your inner world and outer life are becoming one. The version of you once imagined will no longer feel distant. It will feel real and present. This is what manifestation truly is, the process of becoming. You are the one shaping it. Your imagination is your tool, and your belief is what brings it to life. Use it with confidence. Use it with joy. When you do, life responds in kind. You are abundance. You are wealth. You are the living expression of your highest vision. Step into that truth now, not later, not someday, but right now. Live it, feel it, believe it fully. As you do, your life will begin to unfold in ways that reflect that inner certainty. You are not someone hoping to become successful. You are someone who already knows they are. Your awareness creates your world. What you believe becomes what you experience. So understand this clearly. Your outer reality is only reflecting what you accept as true within. When you fully embody this version of yourself, you don't wait for success. You call it into your life through your conviction. The blueprint already exists within your consciousness. This isn't a distant possibility. It's available to you right now. The power to change your life doesn't come from outside conditions. It comes from the state you choose to live in. Step into that state, own it, live it, and watch how everything around you begins to shift in response. You are wealth. You are abundance. Become that version of yourself now. Your life is ready to follow your lead. So understand this. Your life doesn't change when circumstances change. It changes the moment you decide who you are within. The power you've been searching for has always been inside you, waiting for your command. Step into that truth with certainty, live it with conviction, and refuse to doubt it. Because the moment you fully embody that version of yourself, the world has no choice but to follow. This is your moment. Become it now.